Okay, my current toxic trait is... Hello, Mary. I am so excited to film this video. I'm so excited to yap, just talk, answer questions, really get connected with you, really get vulnies with you. By the way, if you guys are asking if it's cold in my loft, it is. That's why I'm literally sitting in front of a window to get the sunlight, because we could slice diamonds over here, okay? And she is still nursing, so there's that. But I asked you guys on Instagram to really give me some juicy questions that you guys want to know about me, about my journey on here on this earth. And I made it quite clear that you guys could ask me anything. And baby, you guys went in, which I am totally okay with. Let's get connected, let's get deep, let's get raw, like them bulky boys on the WW dub. First off, we're gonna start with a little light one. All right, somebody wants to know, what's something you'll never share online? This is such a good question, because honestly, at this point in my life, I really don't know. A few years ago, I hid my entire pregnancy. Jameson's pregnancy, you guys didn't see a snippet of it until I literally had plopped him out. I wanted to just savor that pregnancy. I wanted to keep all that private. I really wanted to be in the moment. And I felt like exposing that side of my life was just gonna be a little bit too much. And I really look back at that, Gloria, and I'm glad that she gave herself that permission. But at this point, Gloria, she's way more comfortable here online. She's way more comfortable with you. I was able to share my pregnancy with Maverick here on the internet, and I loved it. And now that I've really thought about that, I have an answer for you. I have said this over and over and over and over again. When it comes to my relationship, my marriage with somebody who is very, very well known, an internet personality who is an internet personality worldwide. Not Pitbull, baby. Mr. I'm Brandon Ferris. We are married. I am 100% in love and engorged, enraged, hormoned, in hornisha with that man. And I think I've said this here on the interwebs already, and not saying we will, because I really doubt that we will. Like, on God, I do not think we will. But if we were to ever get a divorce, you would only hear about the divorce and not a peep before and not even a peep after. I would keep my mouth shut on that. Like, he would really have to do something disastrous for me to like want to speak a word if we were to ever divorce, separate, any of that. And you guys would only hear about the separation. You guys are never gonna hear, oh, Brandon and I are fighting, oh, Brandon and I are having problems, Brandon and I are just going through situationships right now. Wait, no situationships here. No. It's not like that, babe. What I'm getting at is you would only hear about the divorce. There would be nothing building up to it. You wouldn't hear a peep of drama before. I would not be spilling the beans on the internet about my marriage. Best believe Brandon and I have had problems. Best believe Brandon and I have had issues, discussions, days long arguments. But have you guys heard a peep of that? No, and you never will, because I feel like that is something that is very, very, very private. And that is something that if the world or the wrong person got wind of, it's just something that can definitely be taken advantage of, can definitely be extorted, can definitely be blown out of proportion. And it's just one of those things that no. You guys might hear on the podcast like, oh, Brandon, I got into it a couple months ago, but you will never hear the why, the ins and outs of it, the outs and ins of it. You will hear we got in a little discussion, a little argument, but you will never know why. And that's how we're gonna keep it, and that's how I like it, and that's that bit. This one was honestly just so cute. Somebody asked where my phone case is from. It is from Velvet Caviar. I got it in PR and I'm obsessed with it. They literally were like, hey, we want to send you some goodies, and I was like, okay. And literally, I'm not even joking, you guys, days later, I don't want to sound like an ungrateful little brat, because I'm not, okay? At least not today. But they did message me to send me their Halloween like goodies. And as you can see, this case has pumpkins, but they're super coquette because they have bows on them. And I am a Halloween fall girly pop. I didn't name my daughter Autumn for no reason. I want that to be known. I want that to be understood. I want that to be noted. But again, days later, they released their Peanuts collection, their Velvet Caviar X Peanuts collection, and I about died. Best believe I slid in them DMs and I was like, baby, do you guys have any extras of those Peanuts cases that you can send to your girl? And they immediately were like, no, the RPR list is full. You got what you got, Mary, be grateful. And I am, I really am, but it doesn't hurt to ask. And I never want to be the person that says no to me, okay? I get no's all day long from everybody in the world. I don't want to be the person that says no to me, okay? So I slid in them DMs, I shot my shot, I tried, and I got rejected for sure, but it's fine. Point is, I tried. Somebody asked what inspires my style right now at this point in my life. Honestly, Mary, comfort and getting out of the house with 3 kids intact and not forgetting one accidentally inside my home, which has never happened. And I don't intend on it happening. I always do a head count, but I don't know, guys. I had this paranoia, especially with Autumn when Autumn was little, that I left my house without her, and I don't even know why, but I always had that paranoia. Like, I would see the back seat, and because obviously when they're babies, you can't have the back, their car seat facing forward. They always have to be facing the back. I'd be like, did I forget to grab on from the crib? Is she in my house right now alone with a black lab dog? You know how many times I had to like reach my hand back and be like, yo, are you here? And I would feel her little curly hair and I'd be like, oh, I did not forget, not today, Mary. And never once did I forget her. But yeah, back to the question at hand. Comfort, for sure. Whatever can get me out of the house looking put together, because I still want to look put together, babes. No matter what, that's a big deal to me. I want to look put together. I don't need to look like I'm going to the Met Gala, but I do want to look like I put some effort into myself, because Mary, I do make an effort. I put on jeans, I put on dresses. I am a huge baggy graphic t-shirt girly. You guys know that. And right now, I'm not gonna lie, I am in my barrel jeans phase. Like every barrel jean that you can think of from freepeople.com.org, I have, okay? I have, and they're super comfortable. The reason I got them is because I am in my postpartum body. It's ebbs and it's flowing. And I'm definitely at the point where I look good some days, and then there's other days where the bloats, it just happens. And then sometimes I am more boobs than I want to be, because again, I am nursing. I just need room for adjustment. And because most barrel jeans I own have like they do have buttons, but most of them like they tie now and they adjust to your body, wherever your body will be that day, that week, or that time of the month. So I'm definitely in a barrel jeans phase. If you guys follow me on my IG or my TikTok, you guys have seen the outfits. I'm in my barrel jeans phase. I am definitely in my crop top phase because it's just easier to breastfeed. And I'm also very much in my oversized tee phase because it's easier to breastfeed. I plop her in there, I cover her with my oversized shirt, and we're good to go, babes. And I personally feel like I have the body to pull off like oversized things because I am so small, so cute, so petite. There I go again, being all up my own pooper. But I just feel like I have the body style that can pull off oversized. And even if I didn't, babes, I wouldn't care, because it's comfort at the end of the day. And I gotta get out that door. I got school drop-offs, I got school pickups, I got therapies, I got extracurriculars, I got a newborn baby. I went ahead and just did my brows off camera because you guys didn't need to see that production. It's been done before, you've seen it, it's tired, it's old. Blech. I am, however, gonna use these Morphe Shape Lifter contour sticks, and I have been eyeing these, what are they called? What are you? Hello? Liquid eyeshadows. Okay, so we're gonna do a mixture of both because I'm curious. The cat. I know these are technically contour sticks, but you guys, I use my bronzer as eyeshadow all the time, and I just do not feel a need in my life to stop now. Hello? This is a fun one. Somebody simply asked if the aloe fits are worth it, because I am an aloe snob. You guys know I'm an aloe girly pop. I will say that I do love my aloe outfits. They are very comfortable. You can definitely work out in them. You can work out in them in the heat. I do hot yoga, I do hot Pilates, I do hot weightlifting classes. I do it all in the heat, and they feel really well. They breathe, they're comfortable. I love them. However, baby, one thing we are not here is naive. I know they are very expensive. I absolutely know that, and I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. Do I feel like the quality is honestly unmatched? No, because I definitely have leggings and workout outfits that I have found on Amazon for literally a fraction of the price that are also amazing and wonderful and fire. I need everybody to know that I do in fact just pay for the brand when it comes to the aloe product. I do in fact pay for the brand, I pay for the style, I pay for the look, I pay for the compliments that I get every single day that I go to the class, because I get complimented to the max in those outfits. And I mean, because they look you, but also because they are very flattering and they make you look phenomenal, amazing, puss cunt the house down boots, like for real. But you definitely pay for the brand. You can definitely find amazing quality things on Amazon for sure. Again, fraction of the price. And I totally stand. 10 out of 10 would recommend. That's my opinion. This one is kind of related, but somebody wants to know, babes, how do you find the motivation? How do you find the motivation to cook, to clean, to work out at 5:30 a.m. in the morning? Babes, honest to the Lord above, I don't know. What I will say, these are so pretty. Like, how are these so cute? What I will say is motivation is, I feel like sometimes it's one of those things you have to get in momentum, because once you get in motion, it's hard for you to stop. The hardest part about the hardest part about waking up at 5:30 a.m. to go to a workout class, babes, it is just the getting up part, getting out of bed. And trust me, I still struggle with that every single day. I don't know if I'm gonna love this look. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like, this got very shape-shiftery on me real fast. I was going for a natural day glam, and we got rave, EDC, Daisy Festival very quick. But we'll make it work. What was I saying? If you're somebody who, girl, I want that motivation. I want to get out of bed at 5:30 a.m. and go hit a workout class. I want to come come home with energy to cook and clean and all that. Babes, you have to get one thing into your mind. You have to seduce that. You have to have a strong enough why. My why is very simple. I want my kids to grow up and remember that mom cooked for them, that they saw me be a mom, that they saw me actively care for them, that they have memories of me being a mom, being at home with them, giving them good memories, being a part of their childhood. That is my why. That is my driving factor. I also want them to know that mom worked, mom had a dream, mom pursued it, mom was passionate, mom was a no do nothing hoe, sought the balance and fought for the balance and had a balance. Like, that's what I want my kids to know. I also don't want my kids to be at a point in their life where they're like, go get your fat ass mama out her house, I'll fight her too, because fat ass mama where? You know what I'm saying? That's and I know that can be very vain, and I know that can be very what have you. I am all for loving your body though. I am 100% all for loving your body, accepting your body, praising your body wherever your body is. And I want that to be known. I want that to be very heard. I want that to be very observed. And I've said this once and I'll say it again, babe, my idea of like my perfect body, my perfect weight is very much mine. I am 5'3". I carry weight very differently. I am very small. I am very petite. And I like to look a certain way. I have a best friend who her goal weight is very different from mine. Again, she is taller. She loves the idea of being more this, and that. And I love the idea of me being this, and this. And I also know that my energy and my health maintains itself so much better if I am at a certain weight, if I am at a certain size, if I am moving and grooving around a certain number. And that's just what fits me. Again, it's very personal for me, and I want that to just be very like normalized. I hate this whole idea that bodies should only be celebrated and accepted if they're at a certain size, because honestly every body type should be accepted. I have been heavier, I have been smaller, and I have been criticized at both, and I am just over that. Absolutely over it. But once I found my sweet spot and what felt good for me, babes, all jokes aside, I could care less what people say. I could care less about other people's opinions of me, because at the end of the day, I am the one that is running around in this body. I am the one that is getting the cholesterol checks, the sugar checks, the diabetes checks, and I am the one that's gonna have to deal with medical issues in the future. So I'm gonna keep myself where I need to be for me to feel healthy, 30, flirty, and thriving. And that's that, babes, and that's that. Somebody wants to know, what is the funniest DM or comment you have ever gotten? I've gotten a few, Mary. I have gotten, you look like an elephant's anus, which still to this day makes me laugh. It does cause a giggle in my person. But there is one DM that I have gotten pretty consistently. A DM, a comment, an unnecessary put together of words that I am just baffled by every time I see them, because people really try me when they do not realize that, baby, I am not the 1, 2, or the 3. And I have prayed to baby Jesus and the adult one plenty of times to give me patience with these people, because it'll be something so simple. Like, I will post my husband in a vlog or in a TikTok or in a stories, a cute little stories, and we'll be chilling, and I'll be like, oh my God, he is so calm, he is so quiet, he's ignoring me or something. Like, I'll mention how calm and quiet and really truly introverted Brandon is, my husband, who I have known for 10 plus years, Mary. I met that man when Autumn was in my belly, and she is 11, about to be 12 years old. This is how much I have known that man. We have spent an abundance of time together, okay? I'm about to get real sassy with y'all. Years and years and years of time together. Not 3 minutes, not 30 seconds, not 14-minute videos where you think you know him because you see the extended version. And I will say something that is very matter of fact true. Like, Brandon is so clean. Brandon is so calm. Every time I come home to a clean house, a clean kitchen, a really peaceful atmosphere. And some little ran through bitch will be like, you don't know your husband. Huh? You don't know your husband, because he is not calm. He is so chaotic. He is always blowing stuff up. I am so sorry, Courtney Mary Kardashian, that you in your sane mind felt the need to tell me, his wife, who raises kids with him, who has seen emotional and physical parts of him that you will never see, who literally lays in bed with him. Baby, I have scraped the tartar off that man's teeth with my tongue, and you really think you know him better than I do, and even feel the need to correct me and be like, you don't know your husband. Well, I'm sorry, okay? I do apologize that I am also just a ran through dumb bitch that is just honestly on her putrid behavior. I am so sorry. Somebody simply wants to know, what is the most expensive splurge thing I've gotten within the last few months and what I recommend. I'm trying to think, what's the last thing I dropped like a bag for? Oh, my kids' new dressers. Yeah, spent $1,600 or $1,900 on brand new dressers for my kids. And I'm saying $1,900 for both dressers. I got them beat her old dresser, and it was literally falling apart, Mary. She had been asking me for a while for like a new dresser, but I told her that I would not be getting her any new furniture until she learned how to take care of the furniture that she has, because that girl will paint, hot glue gun, scissor scratch, I don't know. She's just a very arts and craftsy girl, which I totally get. I was that way as well, but baby, you have to learn to take care of your furniture because this stuff is not cheap. Okay, again, $1,900 for two, but still $1,900. You do the math. I don't want to. I'm pretty. Yeah, they're great dressers, honestly. I really like them. Jameson has already scrabbled through his. I'm actually gonna make it my life mission probably this weekend to take a magic eraser to it and just... And as for like a splurge item for moi, I think I spent like $200 on a House of CB dress that I bought literally in the beginning of summer. Impulse buy. Recovering from an emergency C-section, so it is valid and I will not be apologizing for it, but ask me if I have worn that dress. Sure. Somebody asked, if you weren't doing content creation, Mary, then what would you be doing? Writing, which is currently what I am doing. I'm currently writing my first novel right now. I am currently still on my first draft. I am very much close to finishing, to the point where I am psyching myself out. The imposter syndrome is real right now because I'm like, yeah, I just wrote over 100,000 words of a novel, but like, did I really type it? And I feel so proud of myself that I am on this journey where I am still a full-time content creator. I cannot believe this is my life. It is one of the best jobs in the world. I work for myself. I employ myself. I am on my own time. I am under a great management, and I literally get to live my dream life every day. I get to document it and share it with you, and I get paid for it. But I'm definitely a multi-passionate millennial. I'll give you guys that. I eventually want to get into directing. I eventually want to get into the movie world. I eventually want to get into the TV world. My goal in life is to have one of my novels, because I am currently planning out book number 2. I don't know if I've even said that on the internet, but I'm literally like in my mind, I am planning out book number 2. I'm ready to get it outlined, all that good stuff. One of my goals is to make one of those novels into a limited series. And then I also want to write a script that wins an Oscar. Oh! We dream big here, okay? We dream big here, because again, it is one of my life rules that, baby, the entire world at some point is gonna say no to me. I am not gonna say no to me. I'm going to dream big, I'm gonna put it out there, and I am going to make it happen, you know? Ooh, wow. What is your current toxic trait? You guys were not playing with this. You guys were not playing with this one. Okay, you guys want me to get real honest, real vulnies, real stand on my business-ish, real 10 toes down? Let's talk about it. My current toxic trait is, and I will be 100% honest because you guys know I am a confident diva. I am not really an insecure girly. Insecurity and Mariaagloriaa, that's not something that usually goes together, but I want you guys to remember I am a human being. I do in fact have blood running through these veins. I am in fact made of flesh, bone, skin, baddie lashes. These are natural, by the way. Somebody asked me if I do lash extensions or if I wear falsies a bunch, what have you. I do not. USDA organic. I grow them myself. But back to the topic at hand. I am in a point in my life where I have already talked to my husband about it. We are in conversations about it, and he has been nothing but the most supportive human being on this entire planet. I have been very insecure since giving birth to a baby 4-ish months ago. Let's not forget, postpartum depression is a thing, and that comes in many shapes, sizes, flavors, etc. When I tell you I am in it in the flavor of I do not feel pretty, I do not feel confident, I do not feel sexy, and it has taken a hit in the love department in the sense that I have become a jealous little Janice, and I am not typically a jealous little Janice. I am very confident in my marriage. I'm very confident in my husband. I know that man is as loyal as they come, and I knows it. This is something that I am aware of. But ever since having this baby, I cannot stand any woman even looking at my man longer than 10 seconds. Because why are you staring at my man? Why are you looking at him like that? Baby, you are literally undressing him with your eyes right in front of me, and I am his wife. Literally the thoughts that go through my head these days, and I am not proud of it. I am not proud to admit this about myself right now, but I am just going through it. think he doesn't obviously know because he's not a woman and he has never birthed a baby. He's definitely had a couple of them, but he has not birthed them. So his body has not gone through the changes. He doesn't have a flower in between his legs. How could he? I don't blame him. It's something that has been happening. It's something that I have conversated with him about, and he has been, again, nothing but understanding, super sweet, super how can I help energy. Okay, we gotta go in with these new Trixie blushes because baby, when I tell you I'm obsessed, like I'm actually obsessed with these. We are going to mix pudding and honey. They look like they're the same shade, but they're not. And when you blend them together, they really are something stunning. I have to keep in mind that while I was pregnant with Jameson, I was also very on my jealous Janice gang. But that literally passed after the second trimester. Like it went away. But also I was going through what postpartum depression would be during my second trimester with Jameson. And it was very hard. It was very rough. And again, he was very supportive, very sweet, very loving. Could not remind me more every single day that I was beautiful. I was everything he wanted. He did not waste 10 years of his life chasing me just to throw it away for some little skank. But as any woman that has gone through this will tell you, it has to come from you. My husband could repeat it all day long that I am the perfect woman, that he loves me, that he finds me super attractive. But baby, unless you believe it, unless you truly tell yourself that and feel it internally, it does not matter. Because they can repeat it up and down all day long until you feel it. That's when it's really going to hit. And that is why, another reason why I am going to my yoga classes, I am maintaining a healthy diet. I am trying my best to balance what I put into my body, to not have sugar crashes, to not feel gross, tired, etc. It hasn't gotten to the point where I'm like snooping or anything like that, because again, I honestly can tell myself he hasn't done anything to show me he has been sneaky or whatever. Literally nothing. But your mind plays tricks on you, and when you are as hormonal as I am, it just wants you to believe something that isn't. And he is the first person to be like, we need to switch phones right now. Can you hold my phone and I'll take your phone? When he has to drive and take the Tesla, because the Tesla only runs with my phone, and he literally will leave his phone with me because we'll switch phones so we can still communicate. And baby, I have been tempted, but I told myself in my last toxic relationship that I was in, where I literally had to snoop every single day, or felt this need to snoop every single day, and it was just so toxic, so gross, so not me. I promised myself I would never be that girl again, and that if it ever got to that point, I would have a conversation with my partner, and thank God it has not. So it's not like an extreme case, but baby, I do get jealous over my man. I feel like some people are gonna be like, Gloria, that's not really a toxic trait. It is to me, okay? Because she's not really like this. I have said this time and time again, I could leave Brandon alone in a room full of strippers, and I would feel perfectly confident that the only thing he did was make them laugh hysterically. Period. Somebody asked, and I thought this was so cute. Somebody that looks rather young, and this is gonna play into this, okay? I'm not gonna out you here, but you look rather young, and I don't wanna out you, but this is going to play into this. They wanted to know, how do you handle the criticism being online coming from an aspiring content creator? The negative comments, babe, they're gonna come 100%. The negative comments, the negative messages. I literally got compared to an elephant's anus. Still one of my favorite hate comments. Still obviously hilarious. But have I gotten ones that obviously hit? Oh yeah. And this is not the answer that you're gonna want to hear, because again, you look very young, baby girl, in a compliment, but also in a very serious way. It comes with age. I'm telling you, the more that I have gone older, the more that I have matured, the more I have realized that people are just gonna hate to hate. And you can do A thing, you can do B thing, and you can do anything in between C. D and F. Baby, they are just gonna hate because they wanna hate, because they do not wanna see you thrive, because they do not wanna see you glow. Misery loves company, and if they can make you miserable because they are miserable, babes, they win. Point blank period, FTW, they win. And again, this is something that you're not gonna wanna hear, because after my 30s, I just really stopped caring. I really stopped caring. I mean, I've never really been somebody that's been a people pleaser. Like, I'm gonna be just real age with y'all. I've never been somebody that has been ever like, oh, I don't want to do this because I'm going to get hate for it, or maybe I should cut that out because it's going to piss some people off. I have never really been that way, because I've always kind of had it in my mind, like, I'm just not going to please everybody. And if you are going to sit here and get offended about something I say that is obviously a joke because that's just the way I talk, then baby, I'm just not the creator for you. If you are going to sit here and tell me, oh, you're so annoying, you talk too fast, you make too many jokes, I don't like the way you speak, babes, then I'm clearly not for you. Log out of the video, unsubscribe, don't let the door hit you on the way out. And also, we are not an airport, babe. Nobody cares about you announcing your departure. You little girly pops that are like, I'm unsubscribing and I want you to know. Okay. I'm still gonna cash a check regardless. Thank you for the engagement. You really helped this video pop off. But I think once you get it in your head that you are truly never gonna please everybody, that you are always gonna get some hate, whether you do something great, whether you do something not so great, and vice versa. And the second you are more accepting of that, the better it is. Okay, this one is cute. It's not very dramatic, but I just figured I will let you slores know. This person asked and wants to know, what is your go-to coffee order? I'm gonna put it to you very simply, very flatly, and with the utmost respect and honesty. I am an iced hazelnut girly pop. An iced hazelnut latte, 2% milk girly pop. I know for a fact that is not the answer that everybody loves to hear. I literally will say that and people will be like, what? So you're not a matcha girly? So you're not a mocha girly? I feel like everybody and their mamas is a white mocha girl. It could not be me. I like a simple iced hazelnut latte, 2% milk. On the off chance we land in a coffee shop that does not provide a hazelnut option, baby, we are gonna go a simple iced vanilla latte, 2% milk, type-ish, because I see where you're coming from. Hazelnut does get like a bad rep because of places like Starbucks. Starbucks hazelnut latte is trash. Absolutely. I'm right there with you. If you are feeling the same way, if you are like, oof, because you've tried the hazelnut latte at Starbucks, I'm right there with you, okay? We can stand toe to toe and stand in this truth together. I will not go anywhere near an iced hazelnut latte at Starbucks. Not within a 10-foot radius. No ma'am, no thank you. I always actually get a brown sugar chicken espresso if we go the Starbucks route, but anywhere else, Mary, I am popping off with an iced hazelnut latte. It is what it is. And there you have it, baby girl. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for letting me yap at you. Thank you for all the questions that everybody submitted. Again, if you guys aren't already, follow me on Instagram. We have a great time there. The community really gets going there, and obviously let's loose there. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to comment them down below. I will either answer them in another video or I will answer them on the spot, and we can have a great little conversation in the comment section, and it'll be just a fabulous time, Mary. But I love you guys. I have to go pound a protein shake right now before I get a headache, but I love you, and I will see you eventually at some point and sometime. So